Welcome to the Institute for Restorative Health. I'm Dr. Cox, and I want to bring you the therapeutic encounter, how intention and connection initiate a healing partnership. Just a reminder, these videos are for educational purposes only. And this topic came to me from a statistic I heard a long time ago when I first started practice. It's that the average patient is interrupted 18 seconds into their story by their doctor. And that shocked me back then. It still stuns me today, that 18 short seconds, in that time frame, the doctor's already determined the healing that they're going to perform, the treatment protocol they're going to give you, the outcome, all that in that short time frame. That's not enough time, those short little seconds, to develop a relationship, to get a connection going, which is where true healing really comes from. So what is your story? What bearing does it have on your healing process? Well, it's more than just what happened to you, your health history. It's more about the context that it happened in. All these little factors that were going on when your symptoms first started. Were you in the middle of a move? Did you get fired? Did you start having kids? What was your mental emotional status like? All these have an immense bearing on the timing and how deep and how complex your case is at that point. So spiritual, emotional, and psychological issues can be antecedents to your case, to your symptoms. These things that happened before your symptoms first started, or they can be triggers, things that initiated your symptoms, your case, your condition. Or they can be mediators, these things that carried you through your symptoms and allowed your condition to persist. These all have a number of impacts on your physical and chemical imbalances. That's why we here at the Institute for Restorative Health utilize tools like the Living Matrix that allow us to take your health information that we're all used to filling out on forms that check a box or circle a number, these two-dimensional pieces of paper, but we can bring that into the multi-dimensions that are you. So it really helps us to initiate that healing partnership. It connects your symptoms you're dealing with the systems of your body. It helps us to understand what you're dealing with by looking at the interconnectivity of everything versus just the black and white that are your symptoms on a piece of paper. So the therapeutic encounter is this intentional connection between patient and practitioner. This connection makes me think of those scenes in movies where someone's getting ready to fall off a cliff or fall out of an airplane or fall off a building, and there's somebody there holding out their hand and keeping them from falling. But it depends on their focus. So my favorite scene, type of scene like this, is in Indiana Jones, in The Last Crusade. Indy is within a grasp of the Holy Grail, this treasure he's been seeking. But if he goes any further, he's going to fall into the pit. But his father is right there, coaching him, focusing on him on the true goal, and that is saving his life. So he has a choice: go after the treasure that he thinks he needs, or after the life he truly needs. And that's the patient-practitioner connection I think about. Is a doctor is there not to hold your hand, but to pull you up out of the abyss, that pit that you're in, and help you along the way, to help you focus on the true goal, not just chasing down lab values or other health markers and proving those, but what is true healing. So the practitioner, their involvement in this is they need to be present. And that's where we here are with you in that first visit. We're in here with our body, mind, and spirit, focused on you. Our body language is softened to receive and to hear your story. Our tone is non-judgmental and accepting. We're centered, and this is just a mindful practice that we center ourselves, so we're even keeled before each patient. So we're not taking the worries or the thoughts of one case and one patient into the next, so that we can be there truly for you. Empathic. And this is not just feeling other people's emotions and pains. This is feeling with them. So a true doctor will feel with you. We can access our own emotions, our own situations, our own memories of trauma, and feel with you. We don't have to feel the exact same thing, but that really helps drive connection more than anything else. and we're curious. It's that curiosity that digs deeper, that looks for that one extra question to better understand all the twists and turns and setbacks that you've been through to help you with determining the best course to your healing journey. So the therapeutic encounter harnesses the power of relationship. We were made for relationships. Our brain, our bodies are driving us towards connecting with other people. And that can be utilized immensely in the treatment room. It fuels insight and healing, and most of all, cultivates understanding. See, we love to be understood, and being understood helps the tree that is your health be firmly rooted in hope. And hope is so fragile with chronic illness that it needs to be taken care of and needs to be intentionally taken care of, more importantly. So if you think about your signs and symptoms, those are more like the leaves and the branches of the tree. And the leaves and the branches depend upon their health that comes from the roots. And your roots of your health are sunk deep into lifestyle and environmental factors, or the social aspects of our life. And there's this term called sociogenomics, which means the social influences on our health that activate or inactivate genes. Well, the sociogenomics of our health, our social factors, turn on genes that are most critical for our health. Driving the therapeutic encounter are two main engines, heart and brain. And these are an organ relationship that no other organ pair has. There's a heart-brain relationship that works in synergy with each other that drives numerous electromagnetic forces of our body. In fact, the heart has its own complex nervous system called the heart-brain. And the heart has more nerves connecting to the brain than the brain has to the heart. This means the heart has more to say to the brain. So the signals the heart is saying to the brain are actually hitting centers that have to deal with decision-making, creativity, and the emotional experience, which are absolutely necessity for a doctor-patient relationship. And what you would want as a patient to better heal, to better understand what got you into where you're at and how to get out of that. We can see on these diagrams here the actual heart signals change based off the emotions we're experiencing. So frustration, and who hasn't gotten frustrated in their healing process, whether with their doctor or with their own body? But frustration creates this chaotic presentation, whereas appreciation creates this more coherent and organized display. So our thoughts and emotions affect our heart's energetic field. So the heart and the brain, those two are working synergistically together, but it's not just our own bodies this field is interacting with, it's each other. So the better the practitioner's coherence is between heart and head brain, the better they can be in sync with you, and the better the healing process is as a result. So the benefits of this coherence, of this heart brain and this head brain being on the same page, increases cortical function in the brain. These are the executive functions, these higher centers of the brain that we need to be engaging in order to find a more effective treatment protocol. Coherence facilitates a state of entrainment between doctor and patient. It means we get on the same page. Intuitive listening comes as a result. And intuition is what you want to connect with when you're looking to find to more streamline the decision-making and creativity process. Empathy emerges. And again, that's this main driver that connects us all. Creative care plans are developed, and we've all been on a healing journey where we've taken all the supplements we should have, we've taken every therapy, we've eaten all the right foods, but yet we haven't turned a corner. Well, we need to think creatively versus insanity, which is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Creative care plans help you turn that corner you've been desperately looking for. And ultimately, it creates an environment for insight. And this is for doctor and patient alike, where insight can come in, and so we can better understand each other and better understand ourselves. I think this quote really encapsulates the whole therapeutic encounter. And that's, if you don't work with love, you're just a very good technician. See, we don't need another mechanic just to fix things. We need a connection to to heal. So the therapeutic encounter initiates that treatment process. The mental emotional state of the practitioner actually impacts his or her clinical decisions. And ultimately, your story needs to be integrated throughout the whole process. This is because it's necessary to understand where you came from and how to heal from, almost this kind of reverse chronological order, to truly heal from every little condition, every little system, to get back in sync. So here's a challenge. If you want healing to your body and refreshment to your bones, we need to seek true wisdom and understanding. That only comes from inspiration. Inspiration is cultivated in this therapeutic encounter. So what are you putting first? Are you Indiana Jones reaching for that holy grail, chasing down lab values, looking to improve this health marker or another, or looking just to find, all these little things that are just outside your grasp? Or do you need help with focusing on the true goal, what true healing is? The case towards the latter takes some effort, but it takes the right practitioner and the right patient connection. Thank you for joining us on this video, and I urge you, if you like this, share it with those you love or care for. Thank you.